Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. In this episode, we're taking a look at Gundam Breaker 4. I want to kind of go through some tips to get started with to make it easier to kind of get into the game. It might seem, when you get in, like there's so much going on. To start, here's like the little lobby area you start in. Yeah, I'm using a full armor unicorn. Nothing fancy, actually, but I just love the way this looks. But anyway, I mean, really, to start, just start playing the missions to grind and get your stuff. You go up to the mission desk here.
This is the mission desk.
That's right. Story mode is where I say you should start. I would go through chapter 1 on standard and just go through each level on standard. Once you've done that, actually go to quest and then go to chapter 1 and go through all of them. I think that's a good way to do, especially at the beginning if you're still trying to feel out how you want to play, like the combat system and the controls. This is just a streamlined way where you're not going to be put up against any hard challenges, but also by then doing the quest, you might get some extra stuff that you can mess around with. Okay, so for customizing your Gunpla, there's a lot of things we're going to look at here. We're going to look at customizing, upgrading, but basically just press start. It's a menu thing, and you just go to My Room. All right, once you're in here, assembly is where you're going to start seeing all the different items you have. Starts with head, and it goes to the different body parts. Now you can press X to sort, and you know, as the straight up Chad I am, I only have some limited UC stuff, although that, you know, that's not a good idea. Let me put everything back on. That was when I was trying to build something. But anyway, what you do here is you go through and you pick what head you want, what body you want, what right arm, left arm, legs, etc. What you should do if you're not too sure what you want exactly, really go for what looks cool or what is the highest level or highest stars. I think at the beginning it doesn't really matter too much what the little intricacies are, just to have a powerful enough suit to get through the first part of the game, start getting some unlocks and stuff like that. Now another thing you'll be able to do after chapter 3 is start upgrading your parts. They call that synthesize. It's just as easy as being on a part, pressing A, then you see synthesize. Then you're on a screen where this gets into more advanced techniques. I'll do a video later where you can take different abilities from parts to merge into yours. But what you can just do from now is head into plastic, and then you can just up the parts enhance, parts evolve. That can level up to whatever level cap you're at in order to have the best suit to get through the missions you're on. And then after customizing, like the kind of Gunpla you want to use, the weapons, which we're going to get to next. The other part of it, which is fun also, is painting. So yeah, just go into paint, and it actually looks the same. As you can see, head, body, right arm, left arm. You can go in, start messing around. What's really cool, you go to coloring, and it actually has preset colors based on different mobile suits. So that's really cool if you want to quickly get a color scheme going. There's also glow color, different surface types if you want to do it more specific. Also decal, I love this part because you can actually go in here and add custom decals where you want, but they also have what would be, I guess, canon or like default on it that you could choose from, again, which is also an awesome feature. But yeah, you can do this with body, right arm, left arm, legs, backpack, right, so it's like everything. Another thing I would do too early on is blueprint, and actually, basically once you build your suit, go in here and add it to the blueprint just so you can save it. I don't know of any other way to like save your mobile suits that you create or have them where kits that you buy fully you can just put together. It seems like you should use the blueprints, at least that's what I found so far. But I think it's important because you don't want to like mess up your thing and then have to rebuild it. But you can see here I have a few, like on the 28th, this was the first one I saved. This was me picking all of the best parts I had and just slapped them on at the time. And then I went through and actually, you know, built, you know, the Kasai Gundam, and then what I'm using now, the full armor unicorn. Okay, let's get into weapons. So you actually go back to assembly for this, and to me, I keep it separated, like the Offspring song, because it's more. This is more about my fighting than it is like the building and the customizing. In my mind, that's how I see it. So what I would suggest again is just picking whatever the most powerful weapon is. But it also has the same synthesizing option here, so you can actually go in and upgrade it. Again, as you beat levels and go to higher levels, you can then increase the level on parts and weapons. I haven't come into an issue where I didn't have enough. I mean, I think I could spend all my stuff if I wanted to, but I'm not going to just level up everything for fun. Right now, I'm just leveling up what I really plan to use, but I would say early on, yeah, it's really Chapter 3 that you unlock Synthesis, but And that's about the time I think you would probably start using it. So not only is there left and right ranged weapons here, but there's also the left and right close range or melee. For me, I'm using this the beam saber and then the lance, hyper beam javelin. Oh, in quest, make sure to go to SP because you might have that Pac-Man level. All right, so the other thing when it comes to the weapons is really think of, especially when you're fighting with melee combat, the left and the right. X and Y, square and triangle, Y and X. It's different on every console. But let me show you. Like you could do like mash X, 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 and then Y, and that's gonna do something. Or you could just keep mashing X forever, and you see how it kind of ends with a kick. Or you could do X, X, Y, Y. Let's see what that does. Or hold down Y, let go, and then maybe press Y and then X, X. Oh, jumped in the air. Oh yeah, that's a cool one. If you do, oh look at that. Let's see this works, like X and then Y in the air, and then you can start comboing them in the air. That's another fun way to do it. But the purpose is to kind of help make your fighting better. The combos help with parts. Like for instance, let me knock this guy in the air, and then I didn't actually, and then let's see. Oh, I know the rule. Let me see if I can do it with this dude here. Okay, so didn't work. All right, I think I can't get those guys to go up, but you see this improved attack power, So basically, by pressing X, Y, or shooting with L and R interchangeably, making up your own combos, you can then essentially grant buffs that do certain things, like attack, speed, parts, stuff like that. So for combat, the thing to think about is comboing, X, Y, square, triangle, whatever it is. Make up your own combos. They have some listed that you can do certain basic. But also at the same time, switch up and use your ranged weapons, also in a combo-like manner, to enact buffs on your character for the game. Well, anyway, those are some beginner tips for Gundam Breaker 4. If you have questions about any of them, feel free to comment below or shoot a question over in the Discord because we have a lot of people playing Gundam Breaker 4 there. And you know what? I've gotten really far in this game, but I'm still unlocking things in different aspects of the game. So expect some more videos in the future of more advanced tips and tricks. But anyway, all thanks for watching. Talk later.